Aloha kākou, this is DJ Kano, and we are back in Division 2. So I wanted to do a couple of quick things. I'll be as quick as I can. Is one, to show the build that I'm using for this. What is this? I wanted to show you at least my strategy for trying to get keys quickly. So it's not a lot, but 38 keys, that's not nothing, right? As if you've been playing this, the grind is real. Keys don't drop as quickly as you want them to, especially depending on what you're doing. But I was able to get 38 keys within maybe an hour or so, something like that. Because you can see how quick it is to just complete the bounty and get the Krampus Loft to spawn. Okay, so let me go over those things and not have too much filler. I'll try to keep this video as short as I can. So the first thing is because I'm trying to let the Krampus Loft spawn right now, I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to go to my inventory and show you the build. So this is a little bit of an unconventional build. I kind of just threw this together myself, but if you've been around, you know that I've not been here. So I've actually been out. I've not been playing the game for about 2 years. So this is a build I had from way back then. A lot of people might have done something like this. I've not really been part of the division community lately, so this may not be groundbreaking. But I thought it was one of my unique builds, and this is something that's worth sharing because as far as I remember, the blue screen, at least among the people that I played with, they didn't care for the blue screen. A lot of people did not care for the blue screen. They thought it was a weird, exotic release for this LMG. But it focuses on the blue screen and the blue screen's talent. I'm using the Everlasting Gaze here with the Perfect Perpetuation. And the whole point of this build is, as you can see, I have one, two, three, four reds. It is a red build dish, so it has some weapon damage on it. Not a max six, so it's not going to hit as hard as a six piece red. But it does utilize the Vile Mask. Vile Mask is one of my favorite masks. I hear that there's newer masks that have come out in the past couple years. Last time I played was in when the Incursion was released, so it's been a little bit. But the Vile Mask is one of my favorite. I've always wanted to try to see if I could use this with DPS build. So that's what it does using the blue screen. And of course, this could be anything. You don't have to use this. I just wanted to kind of show off the fact that I got some death grips with status effects. So because I've been testing it, it looks like I didn't re-roll this. I could probably re-roll the armor, but I didn't do that yet because this was still a prototype build. But essentially, what we got here, what's happening with the build is standard DPS. You know, a lot of people like to use a decoy when they're going solo, and a reviver hive. Just super simple, really easy. The reviver hive is very crucial for this build. It helps out a lot. So what you can do is look at the red. I got Negotiator's Dilemma and one, two, three, four. So I get the full scope of Negotiator's Dilemma with the chest piece and the backpack. Okay, so if you don't know Negotiator's Dilemma, if I shoot one person, if I shoot the second person, they both kind of share damage. If I keep shooting at the second person, the first person will start taking some damage as well. So that's how that works. You want to shoot at multiple people, and that's how the blue screen also works too. You want to shoot at multiple people. So because both of those things work for each other, I put them together. So disruptor rounds, shooting an enemy marks that enemy. So you just shoot them. You'll see the tag on top of their head, and adds a stack to the agent up to a count of 50. So that stack count is going to increase the more you shoot people. So shooting a marked enemy refreshes the mark and adds stacks to the agent. Okay, so once I shoot that stacked person, I'm going to start getting stacks to me. When I deploy a non-shielded skill, which I have two non-shielded skills, remove all the stacks on the agent and all marked targets trigger an effect. So I have to mark people. So anyone that's in front of me that I didn't mark is not going to take this effect. I have to shoot and tag other people. Okay. So it's an LMG. It shoots relatively quickly. So don't worry too much about counting stacks. That's the part that's going to mess you up. But it's just going to be a rough arena of like, did I shoot them for a couple seconds? Did I shoot them for like most of my magazine? If you did shoot a guy with most of your magazine, you'll easily reach the 50 stacks. Otherwise, just know you're not going to get the full effect, which is going to be the lower tier stacks. Okay. So if I get 10 stacks, right? So that's like 10 shots on top of a marked character, marked bad guy. I'll get them pulsed for 5 seconds. So 5 second pulse, no big deal. But if you're doing Black Tusk, that's still using a pulse without having to use a skill. It's actually kind of handy if you think about it. Tag dogs in the area, and then go ahead and use your skill. Then it'll pulse them for 5 seconds. Um, 11 to 25 stacks, I'll get pulse and disrupt. So that is actually kind of nice to have for 5 seconds, getting those two effects. Then you'll get up to 49 stacks, pulse, disrupt, and disorient. So the disorient is especially nice if you're tagging not just mechanical things, but you go ahead and tag the other NPCs, the human NPCs. Then they'll get disoriented, which confuses them a little bit, which is nice. It's great for crowd control. I use it in a group. I called not called for backup, but I responded to a call for backup, and I was in a group of four, and we were doing a Black Tusk mission. Shot everybody in the room. This was the ending, the last level of the bank, and shot everybody in the room. All I had to do was, because I have my reviver hive, I don't have to throw it out. I just have to drop it on the ground. Put it on the ground, it initiates the blue screen's effect, pick it right back up again. And everybody, you could just see everybody out there in the room that was just getting disoriented, pulsed, and you could just see them all drop to the ground. It was amazing. And then you can see that we have the 50 stacks, pulse, disrupt, and disorient marked targets, and all hostiles within 10 meters of the marked targets for 5 seconds. This effect will trigger immediately if any marked enemy is killed. Okay, so 50 stacks, and I initiate that talent. It spreads a little bit, kind of like creeping death, sort of. So if you have a big group of people like that ending of the bank arena, the bank mission, it's nice to just see them all spread. All I got to do is shoot with the gun, drop my hive, pick it back up. That's it. Mind you, because I'm applying status effects here, the Vile Mask comes into play. So if you're not familiar with the Vile Mask, Toxic Delivery, status effects also apply damage over time for 10 seconds. So when I tag them all, whether it's the Pulse or the Pulse and Disrupt or the Pulse, Disrupt, and Disorient, whichever one of those things, for 5 seconds, I'll get that status effect. But because the status effect has been turned on, I'll get the debuff from the Vile Mask. So for 10 seconds, they'll take total damage dealt equal to 50% of my concussion grade damage. So I'm not going to worry about what that concussion grade damage is. But just know that it will be damage over time for 10 seconds. The part that's important here is and increased by your status effect attributes. Okay, so based on my status effect attributes. So this is why I have Perfect Perpetuation. So if you read Perfect Perpetuation, headshots will grant 75% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect you apply. So this is literally just to like turn on this talent, shoot somebody with a headshot, I get status effect damage and duration. Then I go ahead and start tagging guys, just basically just shooting them, a bunch of different guys as much as I can, get as much stacks as I can. My goal is to try to get 50 stacks, which can be really quick because this is LMG, right? Then I drop my hive. So when I drop my hive, it turns on the effect of Pulse, Disrupt, Disorient. They start taking damage from my Vile Mask. They start, it's going to be increased damage because of the status effect damage increase and duration. Not to mention, okay, the cherry on top, I'm running Negotiator's Dilemma. So by tagging multiple people, when one person takes damage, the point I'm focusing on, or when they all do, they're sharing damage. So it is an all around status effect based build with some damage. So I do get some actual weapon damage out of here and crowd control. So it is doing everything that you love if you play like me, except really giving me armor back. But I don't need it if I have my decoy to help protect me, and I'm able to just keep them at bay with all these status effects. So keep in mind that this is a very multi-tiered build, and I like multi-tiered build because it has a lot of connections. Just know that I built it so that it's not a lot of stuff to think about, though. My flow is just headshot with everlasting gaze, shoot as many people as I can with the blue screen, and then drop my hive. Drop my hive, pick it back up, then just keep shooting. That's it. There really isn't a lot of work to getting this build to do what it needs to do. But as long as you do that, you're getting so much benefit from it. And I will actually test this on heroic later. Okay, so I think I didn't realize how much stuff was going on with this build until I actually explained it just now. But yeah, that was not as quick as I wanted it to be. I hope that was enough of an explanation, though. Um, Death grips, if you didn't know, you do get armor on kill. It's only 10% though, so it's not probably giving me a lot. But we'll see. If guys are just dropping like flies, we might notice it. So if you watch the gameplay, pay attention to my armor bar. See if my armor actually stays up. And the only reason is because I happened to find one that was god rolled. As you can see, I didn't modify it, and it has status effects. So I was like, why not? Let's use this. Let's go ahead and use this. Okay, so that is the build. So now that you see what the build can do, pay attention to my gameplay. Remember, the flow is going to be everlasting gaze, get a headshot, turn over to my blue screen, tag and shoot as many guys as I can. It'll be a little chaotic. But watch the little icons above their head. You'll see the tags from both Negotiator's Dilemma and for the blue screen. So I'm going to tag and shoot as many guys as I can, hopefully to get 50 stacks, 5-0. Stacks are just shots. So 50 shots landed on a bad guy. Then you're going to see me drop my hive and pick it right back up. But when I drop the hive, watch all the bad guys that are out there. You're going to see them all react and respond to that disorient, disrupt, and pulse. Okay? So let's go. Now that we have the build covered, here's the things you want to do to get your flow for getting keys using the bounty. And hopefully that was enough time that the Krampus Loft will appear too. Okay? So I recommend putting it on normal. I've not seen a difference in the amount of keys that drop, whether normal or heroic. So it's up to you what you want to do. Just know that I recommend normal if you want a quicker grind on getting keys. If your goal is to pick up loot, then do it on heroic. They drop a lot of loot and they drop decent rolls on heroic. So I would recommend doing that. Just know that right now it is breaking point for me in the targeted loot area. So it's going to drop a lot of breaking point. I don't need that much breaking point loot right now. So I'm not even going to worry about it. Okay. So normal. And then you see the control point that I'm standing at, Fallen Cranes. This right here is the location of the bounty. Fallen Cranes is the quickest fast travel point. So I recommend taking Fallen Cranes on normal just so you have it. Those are the two first things. All right. So let's go get into it. Now I'm just going to walk out of this is where you spawn in, walking right out of here. Turn right. I'm going to head up this way. And as long as the spawn isn't messed up, because the spawn tends to mess up a lot. Let's see. Yeah, the spawn messed up. So Krampus Loft usually already spawns by now. It did not spawn for me. So hopefully I can get it to trigger after I finish this off. Okay, so just so you know, in case it doesn't work when I come back out, the Krampus Loft will spawn from this alley or from this door here, from loading dock. That is a really convenient spawn next to the control point. Okay, so it usually does, but because my game actually delted, it resets for me. Okay, so let's not worry about that right now. We're going to turn on the bounty. And you can see that I'm right by the entrance to the bounty. Okay? Don't forget my gameplay. Here we go. I'm going to get right up in here. Decoy will be to distract them because the rusher will take you out. Okay, we're going to look for a headshot. Okay, I can see the icon on the bottom of my HUD. I have the perpetuation turned on. I want to tag more guys. Usually they rush out. Say more guys are okay, and I'm going to drop that. See them all go down. They're disoriented. They're taking damage from the biomask, and they're sharing damage. That guy wasn't tagged, so he didn't get damage, but he can get it by himself now. That's it. Okay. And because all this gear is on normal, we can take a look at it really quickly. This gear is all garbage. Okay, I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to hold L3, the L stick, and just deconstruct it out. I'm not even going to pick it up to max on my inventory. So nice, we got one key from that right here. One key. That was a really that was barely even a minute, and I already got 1 key. So you could actually, redo the bounty, just that, and then you'll get at least 1 key every time. 1 key a minute. It's not bad, right? Okay, so we're gonna hop up here. The green icon on my HUD is the negotiator's dilemma, I believe. Or no, that's hold on, what am I wearing? That's the tip of the spear. Actually, I don't know. Never mind. Forget what I said. This is what I mean. I'm rusty. Don't judge me. Let's go in here. Okay, and I'm not gonna go up to the top. Some people do. For this, I'm gonna stay here. Decoy out. Headshot, and you can see the icon turned on the bottom. That's the infinity symbol. Tag as many as I can. It's hard to tag them in this room because they like to hide. Okay, drop this down. You see them all disoriented. The guy on top was hiding, so I'm gonna go get him. Those other guys are gonna get it if I shoot this guy, because they're still sharing. Oh, come back. You heard somebody die just because I was giving him damage, like that. See, the other guys were tagged. He's the only one that wasn't tagged, and that's how quickly you can clear this room. Okay, decon. I recommend deconning it if you're gonna keep running this. Otherwise, you're gonna get all this loot blocking your line of sight. Yeah, so I just recommend coming in and deconning everything. Don't think I got a key from that. That's okay. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Okay, and then this part you could be done and just redo it. You could redo it, go back to the beginning. But I'm going to show you how to do this thing, the full arena, by taking out all these other Krampus loft, because they have a chance to drop a key as well. Okay, I don't want to kill the Krampus. That's the one thing. Oh, bleeding out, bleeding out. Yep, the rusher. I should have killed the rusher. Should have killed the rusher. And you know what? These guys are all activated sooner than normal. There's usually only 4 guys activated in this room. For some reason, I got them all activated. So I'm getting shot by multiple guys at once. Okay, so once you kill a guy, make sure you walk through his loot drop, because you don't want to miss out on the winter key. So I just walk through it just to make sure, because Krampus is chasing me. I don't have a lot of time, so clearing the floor as I go. Play by sound if you can. So you hear that chainsaw get close, that chainsaw get near. So that could be more than enough, right? I'm just trying to kill as many guys as I can. You don't have to kill them all. You don't have to kill any of them. I'm just taking advantage of the fact that I have more loot in this room. That actually could be enough. I think there might be one more guy down here, but it's okay. I don't have my hive. Now I just let the Krampus kill me. How did you miss? Oh, I'm gonna go pick that up. Sorry. Let me go pick up that over there, just so it's out of the way. Okay. All right. I believe I had 36 keys when I started. As far as I saw, I think I only got 1 key. So it wasn't a lot. Unfortunately, this wasn't a good example of how many keys you can get. But the point is, look how fast that was. The bounty is done. And I killed everybody but the Krampus. Maybe there was another guy in there, but for the most part, everybody but the Krampus. So when you die, bounty target lost. The beauty of it is, I don't know if you remember, but I had 3 bounties. If I go here, I still have 3 bounties. So you get to use it again. I don't have to worry about trying to acquire a new bounty from the Krampus loft, because it drops for me like 1 in 5. It really is not great RNG. So it's hard to get the bounty. So rinse, repeat. Let's go through here. And there we go. It did actually spawn for me. Krampus loft has appeared because enough time had passed. So here they come. Tag, tag. I want to try to tag them all if I can. Tag, tag. So I got the tank in the back. I want to shoot him because they're all tagged. And like that, because of Negotiator's Dilemma, we are done with the Krampuslauf. So let's see if we even got a bounty. I'm going to wager we didn't. Okay, so I got 1 key from that. Perfect. Okay, I do not see a bounty. I got 2 keys from that. Okay, so I got 2 keys from that. And I'm ready for the next bounty. Okay, so bounty. All within, I want to say, less than 10 minutes. Okay, so all you have to do is, here's the recap. Normal, fallen cranes. Okay, turn right, run up this way, kill the Krampuslauf, get your bounty, right? So take as many times as you need to get your bounty. Once you get your bounty on normal, activate your bounty, come right up through here, and go for it. Take them out, and whatever you do, just make sure you don't kill the Krampus. Die, you will respawn back there at Fallen Cranes, target bounty loss, rinse, repeat. Run back up here, Krampuslauf bounty, respawn, and etc. etc. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps you see how quick you can actually get it. I was at 36 when I started this video, and now I have 41. So it's not a lot. It's 5 keys, but in the span of, mind you, I was talking earlier in the video because I was showing the build, but in the span of like 5 minutes, no more than 10 minutes total, you can get 5 keys. Okay, so it's roughly a little more than 1 key a minute, but decent. So give that a shot. And whatever build, by the way, right? This is just an experimental build I wanted to show off. But you got your Striker's DPS build. You got your, Hunter's Fury build. Like, it's all normal. You can melt these guys like nothing with any build you want. Go for it. Whatever you use that's the fastest to kill as many guys as you can, go for it. I recommend it. And go and get your keys, grind it out, and get as much exotics and name stuff as you want. Until next time, guys, I hope that's helpful. Shoots.